Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. So in this one I'm going to show you some Steroid fights from the main account to kind of catch up on where we are exactly. Because online Steroids is close to finish and I was hoping I would kill Heroic 6 until it's finished. We're gonna get close to that, but not quite there. But yeah, we're going to open up against the fight versus boss Dr. Fate. The taggings will take longer against him, but at the same time it will be fast enough for Raven to tag in and reset darkness when needed, and at the same time he's got a nasty special too, and that's why we have Sword of Sin on Raven, in order to not let him ever have enough power to use that special too. It's not that big of a deal, like on the secondary account I'm also playing against this dude, and it's not that much of a concern, but I simply did not need more damage in this fight. And yeah, we're just gonna let him now kill Raven, so the game doesn't think we're actually hacking, because that kind of happens sometimes when I'm using the beta club. Yeah, there we go. Wonder Woman was also overkilling that team, maybe you could have put her to better use in another team, but yeah, boss Catwoman. She doesn't do anything except for the fact that she's a Catwoman character, so that doesn't make her the most convenient character to fight. But we're gonna be fine. Another special 2 in there. It's gonna be a little bit rough for the clones of Deathstroke, because you can't really reliably combo interrupt her, and the clones of Deathstroke have a very big weakness that Deathstroke himself shares. You can't lock the enemy into an infinite combo in the corner by spamming jump attack into a block into jump attack again. You just can't do that with Deathstroke. He doesn't transition fast enough into a block after the jump attack. So we have basically no way to guarantee 100% safety for the clones, but we'll see how it goes. Now we're going to let her kill us. There's no way to bait out the super move, honestly, so we're just not gonna try that. If she does super move on the clone, it is what it is. But it doesn't seem like she's too concerned about super moves with clones either. So that clone got 2 special 2s in there, which is not great, but it's honest work. Gonna back off a bit, another special 2, back off again, another special 2. And super move, there we go. And that was it for the clones. Look, we did a decent job. It's gonna be one of those situations, well, if I played this perfectly and got everything out of the clones, I would have done like 10 to 15% more damage, because keep in mind, the damage gets lowered as the enemy gets lower on health, because it's based on the current, not max health. So the more you get further into using this team, the less it matters how much you deal at the end. Usually ideal peak performance 1.4 million, so we were not too far off from that. Now moving on to the next fight, we have the League of Anarchy quickly doing a cleanup job over here. Still using the Predator Batman, because he's 7 stars and I can further upgrade his special 2, getting a longer stun duration, as opposed to Arkham Knight Batman, who's 5 stars, and I'm not gonna spend resources trying to get him to 7 stars. I'm mainly using Arkham Knight Batman nowadays with this team when he really needs to tank a big super move against fights that have the Berserk ability that gives them more power depending on the... gives them more damage depending on the amount of power, excuse me. There we go, we got her in basically what is the League of Anarchy Infinite combo, and we're going to continue to bully her in the corner. Rotorben back in there, special 2. Harley back in there, doing her sweet combo on the Dark Metal cards. There we go, one more tag and should do it. Rotorben back in, special 2. And Harley, easy cleanup, as usual with the League of Anarchy. Now we have boss Bane over here. I'm gonna say ahead of time so you don't get mad and form expectations before you get to the end. The reward for this one, I don't have it in the video because I didn't bother to record it. So it went this way, I recorded my fights and then I realized that I haven't recorded the reward to also put in the video. So I opened the emulator again to see the reward and record it to put it at the end of the video. And the reward was Amulet of Agility plus Cheetah. And at that point I didn't even bother to open the recorder, so yeah, that's why the reward will not be visible here, but it will be visible in my brain for a while, boy. But yeah, this man gets a ton of, not really a ton, but gets some damage depending on the amount of time you stay without tagging out. And the clones of Conflant Sakomen are, in theory, not the greatest thing against this, but we're gonna kind of find a work our way around it. And he doesn't do that much damage. There we go, second clone gets in there, and I think with this clone, if I remember correctly, even though he's at 8 damage buffs, I'm still able to combo interrupt into all my third specials and not die. Also, as far as I remember, this was literally perfect gameplay with Kinflan Sakoman, but the damage was very lackluster because he's got the what's it called? Damage cap. He's got the damage cap where he can't deal in any single instance of damage more damage than 3% of his health. And that sucks balls, because I have explained this in the past. The only character in the game that gets negatively affected by this is Kinflan Sakoman, because Deathstroke and Biddleflaps can bypass it, and I'm glad they can, don't get me wrong, but the Skinflan Sakoman gets hit by this is the only character in the game. You might hit those values if you got a very, very strong sort of Banshee plus Raven, but at that point it really doesn't need to be limited because it's not gonna be that great. Now we have the Batman Ninja team here, the Grodd Batman Ninja team, because they were like available. So yeah, we're gonna stack Lethal with Brainiac first of all, gonna tank that Superman with Robin. I was not sure if Brainiac would survive that, so why risk it when you got good old Robin there, ready to take it, ready to tank it for the team, take one for the team. And you don't lose the passive as he died, so it's all chill. Got hit there a bit, but that's fine. I'm gonna keep pushing him to a corner. He's a quite interesting fight that gets quite trivialized if you know how to combo interrupt, but if you can't combo interrupt, he's gonna get those buffs in terms of defense and attack, and at the same time, if you get hit by a special, you're not gonna be able to tag out, so your way to counter it is basically removed. But yeah, there we go. That was a pretty easy fight for the Batman Ninja team. Now moving on to this man. Look, you look at this team and you might think there's one mistake in there. I do have all the proper artifacts equipped, I do have Beta Club on Raven, it should be smooth sailing, but it's not gonna be smooth sailing, because I did the exact mistake I did last time this Soul Raid came around, and last time I tried to use Raven here to one-shot his ass. The problem was a 3-character team and leaving Power Girl in there. So Power Girl is gonna have the thermal gloves equipped on her at level 4, and we're going to have Sword of Sin at level 10 on Brainiac and level 9 Beta Club on Raven. But that Power Girl ruined the crap out of this fight. Honestly, I shouldn't have put Sword of Sin on Brainiac and put a passive stat artifact on him, or just completely ditched the passive stats. Also there, the special didn't trigger and I got hit pretty badly, so this is going terribly. Terribly so far. Raven is close to triggering Darkness to heal herself. Our girl died and it took her 2 minutes to do so. Brainiac barely having 4 stacks. I'm not having a great time over here. Special one, this is the only fight in the video that's on normal speed because I want you guys to really feel my pain over here. Raven back in there. Special one. At this point I should let him hit me before I generate any more darkness so that I heal. Because I'm eventually gonna get damaged enough to reset that. But yeah, for the time being, Brainiac back in there trying to stack some lethal. The man's got one job, one desire in life, wants to stack lethal, but he didn't have the best of times doing that so far. Raven gets tagged back in, a little bit of an unfortunate tagging, but the health reset would have happened anyway. 1 minute and 10 seconds and we barely dealt any damage to him. We're gonna deal some damage. We still have some time to deal some damage, but it's not gonna be enough. Brainiac back in there. We have... and that swipe got blocked, like boy, really unfortunate fight over here. Okay, 9 lethal stacks, can we get the 10th one? Yes, there we go, 10 lethal stacks and 3 darkness stacks, and I get hit on tagging. Barely managed to keep darkness from resetting. There's special 1 there. There we go, 5 darkness stacks, maximum Brainiac special 1 stacks. And yeah, I need to keep doing it to power drain him at this point. And we got 27 seconds left, and we're seeing some decent values. I saw 25 mil damage value over there. Gonna block that, special 1, make sure the darkness is reset. And jump attack into a special on 42 mil. That is insane. That's an amazing amount of damage. Too bad it lasted for about 3 seconds before it got obliterated and the fight was over. I hate this man. I hate it from my account where I don't have many things at my disposal to fight him. I hate him from the main account where I have almost everything at my disposal to fight him. He's an unfun boss that I wish would be removed from the game, or at the very least remove the chaos tagging from him. Like, I'm not against Chaos Tag, and I find, for example, the Manta fight from the Dawn of Apocalypse a very interesting fight and a very chill fight. I love fighting Black Manta with his Chaos Tag, and I don't mind Horrific Scarecrow and Ligrates, but Black Lightning is just frustrating to deal with. It was simply a mistake to combine such an annoying AI with the Chaos Tag in. It's simply almost impossible to have proper gameplay against him. But yeah, moving on to the next fight, we have Kimflan Suckman fight yet again, and here you can kind of see a comparison between the first fight and the second fight. As far as gameplay goes, I'm pretty sure both of them were perfect in terms of the amount of third specials that I actually did in total. But this one did not hit against the character that had a damage cap, so it means we were dealing our full percentage health damage over here. So, will be a little bit of a difference in terms of damage. This clone did not have a great time, though. We'll have to struggle a bit with this one. So, 1 third special, 2 more to go, and no health left. There's third special in there, just 1 more. Gonna back off a bit. Try to engage a combo. Barely dodging that ranged attack. When I saw the ranged attack coming, I was squeezing my butt cheeks. Come on, don't mess this up. You always mess up ranged attacks when you have 0 HP. And yeah, 1.2 billion on this one, as a comparison to the previous one against Boss Bane. Definitely King gets hurt very badly by the damage cap. League of Ranking here, yet again doing a quick cleanup fight. By the way, you saw the glow there on the EPI, that's the thermal gloves. They basically give you a little bit more damage on basic attack hits against targets that are burning, and also you have a chance to inflict burning on Tagian. Overall kind of a garbage artifact, to be honest. It's just not high enough damage that it gives, and you have a percentage chance to burn the enemy, which gets maxed out only at level 10 of the artifacts. So look, if I had a level 10 thermal gloves and 2 level 10 Nora snow globes to give me passive stats, maybe it would get close to the damage that I would deal with Dark Mel cards instead of the thermal gloves, but nah, bro. It's just not up to par with Dark Mel cards, and Dark Mel cards is free. By the way, I got thermal gloves randomly because I didn't spend money on ice rates. I didn't think the artifacts deserved it, and I dropped it randomly, so I guess I'm complaining too much for something I got for free, but still. Now for the last fight, so basically we have Beta Club at level 9 on Batman Ninja team. By the way, this team works with Dark Mel cards, actually not really, because with Dark Mel cards you can't exceed 500% crit damage with Classic Wonder Woman. So yeah, if you don't have 500% crit damage builds with Dark Mel cards, so with Batman Ninja Catwoman you can definitely use this build. But this is gonna be insanely good with Beta Club, because you're going to get some very good dot values. So we don't really need Grodd. Like, Grodd is great, but we don't really need him, because what he does is generate power, and, well, that would be great, we can do without it. And the other thing he does is reduce the attack of the enemy and the defense. The attack reduction is not necessary, because it's gonna be almost impossible to die with the Batman Ninja team, and the defense reduction is not really needed here. So we get more crit damage, and that crit damage is applied double. So it's first going to increase our damage on the basic attack hits, and then also apply to the dot damage from the Beta Club. That's why the synergy is so good. And if this was not in the team, if I had, for example, Grodd instead of her in the team, the highest dot value I would have gotten from the Beta Club would have been 10 million. Now that I have that, we have seen all the way to 40 mil values. Even though they are rare, we've seen all the way to 40 mil values. And 10 million without Classic Wonder Woman would have been the rare value as well. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.